Nip it in the bud.
Hey guys, on today's Off the Cuff, we're going to look at a nipper.
Nip it.
But I just really can't decide which nipper we'll check out. We have a bunch here to choose from. Now, a nipper is a non-locking restraint. Let's just clear that up right now because it's not technically a handcuff. It's something such as this with no lock on it. And the officer would use it to control the person he was arresting. You could twist it. Another name for them is come-alongs because when you put it around someone's wrist and pull them, they're gonna come along, trust me, because they really can hurt. Came in all different styles. Some were just simple chain twisters. Went around, but let's see. Which nipper should we look at today?
Or nip it.
Well, why don't we go with an old one, the Phillips. We'll go with this one. Now I'm going to have to get close up, so I'm going to put the camera down in a second. The Phillips nipper. It was patented in 1869. Okay, and I'll show you all the little workings of it in just a second. Okay, this is the Phillips nipper. Okay, this is actually the model, not the first, which would be the patent model, but this is the one that's marked on the inside, the patent date of August 10th, 1869. I'm not sure, there it is. Very simple mechanism. See these notches here? There's a little tooth on this piece of spring wire. It's like spring metal. Go over the wrist, this, and then by simply closing it, would be adjustable. Then it even has the little finger grip. That. There we go. Like that, and pull them off to the station, or if you needed to take the guy to the ground, you just give it a twist. Okay, and then the release, you just lift up. Okay. Now I have this one, and I also picked up one for dirt cheap, which is missing the spring metal. Okay, but this is neat because at least it gives you a inside view of what it looks like. Okay, you can see the 3 ridges, just like that, and that shows there how the spring metal was attached. Looks like a couple of rivets or something. Interesting, these also have this little up curve right there, kind of like a bull ring that actually goes in the bull's noses, you know. So, but that's important because they later came out with the later model Phillips, which is this one. Now, as you can tell, it's a bit thinner, and the part for your finger there isn't as pronounced, okay? But also, see on the first model of those things, this is straight across. Comparison, thickness, same operation. Spring steel, lift up, But these later models, I couldn't find the patent. There's no stamping on the inside. Okay. And French also made similar looking nippers. But anyway, now my first model, I said I have one. It's complete, one I showed you with the missing piece of metal. Guess what? Same thing with these. I have another pair. I probably paid like $5 for these. But look, same thing. You can see the ridges, the teeth. There you go. But when I compared these, I noticed something, that they're not exactly the same. Okay. Actually, in both of these, okay? Which means that there were even variations that I don't know if anybody knew about, because I just realized it now. Okay, look at this is the first model. Okay, look at the teeth there, and I mean these have identical stampings and everything, but look, it has extra ridges filed. And you know what? I'm not sure if they're a factory or not, because if you look at the edges, oof. Well, and some of the edges seem a little uneven on the side, the filings. But still, look, there's a little difference there. Okay, and even to the flattened bit right there, it's a different size. Check out the second model. The later model, same thing. There we go. See, they're just about identical. But isn't that neat how, just sitting here doing this video, I never noticed that before, that is different than that. Identical in every other way. Huh. That's weird. Oh well. See, that's the best thing about doing these off-the-cuff videos. I learned something myself. So cool. Alright. Well, anyway, those are my 4 pairs of Phillips nippers. And we'll show you this one with the operation. And boom. See, this is the later model is thinner right there and all around. So maybe it was cheaper to manufacture, who knows. But you know what's funny, when I buy these things at like flea markets and stuff, people are always saying, I can't believe how small everyone's wrist was back then. You know, the idea that in the 19th century people were generally smaller, like shorter and stuff like that. And I hear a lot of people selling these things, it really goes to show how small, you know, how much smaller people were in the 1800s. And I'll say, well, no, look, see, that's the size of the normal person's wrist. And inevitably they're like, oh wow, I never ever even thought to try that on. And I'm like, well, it doesn't lock, so they're what, you know what I mean? Like, why not? Yeah, if you're gonna have something, anyway. Okay, so that was the first in a long series of things on nippers in the collection, because I have a lot of different kinds. But I figured, why not start with one of the earliest ones, the Phillips. Okay, and later on, apparently the French company made, I don't know if they were in partnership with Phillips. I think it might have been a partnership. French company also did bean hooks, similar, you know. They seem to have been a manufacturer and just used the name of the inventor, or you know, whoever owned the patent or whatever. That's another episode. So, okay, cool. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again next time.
Nip it, nip it, nip it, nip it, nip it.